The host opens with a powerful premise. The 812 Competizione may very well be the final Ferrari to carry a purely naturally aspirated V12 engine. In an era shifting sharply toward hybrid powertrains and turbocharged engines to meet emissions regulations, this car stands as a roaring last expression of its lineage, a grandiose tribute to Ferrari's iconic race-bred powerplants. Engine: 6.5L V12 masterpiece. At its core lies an upgraded version of the F140 V12 block. The headlines: power bump, from 789 brake horsepower to an astonishing 819 brake horsepower at 9,250 RPM. Redline, now hits an exhilarating 9,500 RPM, the highest on any Ferrari road car. Internals: titanium conrods, 40% lighter, diamond-like carbon coatings, an optimized crankshaft, new pistons, camshaft profiles inspired by F1 tech, and smarter variable geometry intake for stronger breathing. Torque: 510 lb-ft at 7,000 RPM keeps it potent for mid-range. The result is the most potent non-hybrid V12 Ferrari ever, a screaming, emotionally charged symphony of combustion. Speed and sound: 0 to 62 miles per hour arrives in just 2.9 seconds, and the car is capable of smashing 340 kilometers per hour, 211 miles per hour. The review captures that iconic V12 wail ripping through gears, its character almost musical, yet savage. The cabin fills with a visceral soundtrack that's part opera, part primal beast. Aerodynamic overhaul. Aerodynamics receive as much attention as the engine. Front fascia: massive air catchers feed cooling ducts and brake intakes. Hood blade: a carbon strip across the bonnet alleviates pressure, aids downforce, and cools inner bay. Rear: the rear screen is vanished, replaced with a carbon panel and 6 vortex generators that feed airflow toward a wide spoiler and deep diffuser. This generates 30% more front downforce than the standard 812. Wheel arch vents cleverly relieve pressure and feed the diffuser chamber. The result: a visually aggressive stance and significant aerodynamic grip, all tied together in sculpted form, not bolted on add-ons. Lightweight and chassis dynamics. Even the chassis gets in on the act. Weight saved: approximately 38 kilograms lighter than the Superfast, thanks to lightweight internals and carbon bumpers. Rear wheel steering: debut of 4-wheel rear steering in a Ferrari, enhancing high-speed stability and tight turn agility. Suspension and electronics. Ferrari's improved SSC 7.0 software manages throttle, brakes, stability, EDIF, and suspension seamlessly to unleash the power while keeping the car user-friendly. Despite the blistering performance, reviewers noted it feels surprisingly forgiving, more tractable and smoother than the fierce F12 TDF predecessor. On-track and on-road behavior. On twisty public roads and the Autobahn. Instant response: throttle pedal is extremely sharp in race mode, gear shifts are crisp and lightning fast. Oversteer on demand: CT off mode allows flirtations with tail-out excitement before SSC intervenes, it feels natural and rewarding. Brakes: while stopping power is immense, some reviewers noted a slightly abrupt transition from initial bite to deeper depression, the only critique among many praises. Driver confidence: progressive behavior, balanced grip, and multi-mode control means this is track-capable yet accessible. Evo's on-track Fiorano test stressed this. It edges out the Superfast by 1.5 seconds, matching or beating the F12 TDF with a worthy mix of tenacity and finesse. Interior and aesthetics. Inside, Ferrari marries luxury with function. Premium Alcantara and carbon fiber surfaces dominate, pureness over plushness. Digital rev counter and steering wheel LEDs keep you focused. However, some of the tech feels subdued. Manual climate controls and fixed-gauge layout reflect Ferrari's fidelity to tradition over gadgetry. Outside, its aggressive lines are balanced between race-engineered purpose and sculptural beauty. Exclusivity and pricing. Limited production: 999 coupe units, plus 599 of the open-top Competizione A. Sold out, all allocations snapped up swiftly, it's a collector's dream. Price tag: in the region of £430,000 to £600,000, depending on model and spec. Final verdict: ultimate V12 expression. Summing up, reviewers agree. It's a technological tour de force, a fitting swan song for NAV12 Ferraris. It marries ferocious performance with usable handling. Emotional resonance: That scream of the V12 is more than noise. It's a visceral connection to the essence of performance driving. Aesthetically, aerodynamically, mechanically, it is Ferrari distilled to its most uncompromised form. Top Gear described it as a wild triumph we'll look back on. Auto Express called it a force of nature, and Evo praised it as possibly the most stirring Ferrari road car to date. In summary, the Ferrari 812 Competizione stands as the zenith of naturally aspirated front-engine V12 Ferraris. It's a car engineered with singular intent: maximum revs, maximum downforce, maximum drama. Yet, Ferrari's enhancements make it not just a beast to behold, but a machine you can wield with intention and control. This review beautifully captures why car enthusiasts and collectors will remember the Competizione for generations. A roaring masterpiece, a visceral homage, and arguably the last of its kind.